Change, baby. Change is not going through. Missing you, listen you. You come back to me. That's all I'm gonna do. Why did you have to leave that? You had to say. Hey, good morning, Risa. I'm gonna swallow my pride. I'm gonna beg you to please. Hey, Miss Betty Mendoza, how are you? Now, what we gonna do without a Risa? Anyway, I don't own the right to the music. You already know that, but that's how I was feeling this morning. But it is Reset Monday, y'all, and it's time to get the week started. And time to just really get things crunk up for a new week. I hope that last week was great for you, and if not, I hope that this week is better. But it's Reset Monday. Thanks to you people who are joining on Periscope. But I am Cree Perryman, and this is just another chronicle from the Chronicles of Cree. I like to come on in the mornings and give you some words of encouragement for the day. We need that. And so I wanted to come on and give you words of encouragement to jumpstart your week. And today our topic is simply reclaim your agenda. Everybody has an agenda, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're out of a relationship, whether you're, waiting to start one, whatever it is, no matter what it is we're doing, everybody has an agenda. Sometimes the agendas are hidden and most people don't like those. And so, whatever the case may be for you, you need to reclaim your agenda this week. Good morning, Jasper. Good morning, Joshua. And so take some time, if you will, to share the video. But today the topic is just reclaim your agenda, because, again, we have so much going on until we allow so much to happen to us at one time. We're just overwhelmed until it stops us in our tracks and we forget what our agenda is. We abort the mission. That's not what we're trying to do. This week we want to reclaim that agenda. We have things that we need to get done. And so we need to reclaim our agenda. And so in reclaiming your agenda this week, I want you to remember that you've got to examine your habits. Examine your habits this week and see if the things that you've been doing on a day-to-day basis are conducive to what you're trying to accomplish. So when you're reclaiming the agenda, now it is going to look different to some people. Some people don't have an agenda. Some people are trying to mess yours up. We've all been there, So as you reclaim your agenda this week, just really focus on what it is that you're trying to do. Good morning, Millie. Focus on what you're trying to do and reclaim it. It's your agenda. You can't give it to somebody else. So all these things that you set out to do, pull your planner out, and make plans, but examine your habits. We have these habits of doing all these things in the morning. I get up, I want my coffee, I want to hear something motivational. Then I want to take my walk. Then I want to come back and get my day started. And so we have to look at our daily habits and see if what we're doing each day contributes to us having a successful life. I mean, it's easy to develop habits that we don't want, right? It's easy to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I don't want to get up early this morning. I just want to get my day started. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do that. You don't have a purpose. You don't have anything set. You're just going from day to day with no agenda set. You're just moving from day to day with no plan in place. So that's not how that works. That's not conducive to being a productive worker. Good morning, Coach D. You doing the most. Help me out. I'm supposed to have some help. Oh, I got this. This is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just use that. And so as we examine our agenda each day, we have to look at, am I making the best use of my time? Sometimes we wake up and the only thing we want to do is go right on back to sleep. All we want to do is say, well, you know what? I'll start again tomorrow. Well, we all say that. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Why? Because you've gotten into the habit of procrastination. Procrastination kills everything. You've gotten into that habit. You've gotten into the habit of procrastination, and now days are turning into weeks, turned into months, and you're no further along than you were long ago. Examine your daily habits. They might not look like someone else's, and that's okay. That's okay. But examine your habits. Look at what you're doing. If all you're doing is waking up, girl, you know what? It's not going to even work out. I decided that, I'm going to quit this job too. But you just quit 15 more before. And you're in the habit of quitting everything. We don't put forth the effort like we should. Because what happens is when you start looking at your daily habits, it makes you take a really hard look at the things that you're doing each day. What do you do every morning between 5 and 8? What are you doing between 5 and 10? What are you doing between 10 and 12? What are you doing all day? See, a lot of people can't go to their planner and say, oh, well, I have a meeting at 2 o'clock. It's a listing appointment. I need to go meet that client at 3:30. I'm meeting a buyer so that they can sign their buyer's representation agreement. Oh, I do have a late closing today at 4 o'clock. I mean, what's with that? Why don't we make each day count? Make each day count. Examine your habits. I can't examine them for you. So as you reclaim your agenda this week, the first thing you need to do is examine your habits. Examine your habits. Look at what you're doing and decide, is this helping me to be a better person? Hold on a minute. Is this helping me to be a better person? Is it? Because if it's not helping you to be a better person, then you need to change some things. See, we don't want to change. We just want to keep complaining like people really care. We don't want to change because it's uncomfortable for you and it's going to make you change. Because he says we're doing it right now. And that's the time to do it. It's right now. Good morning, Millie. It's right now. The time is right now. It's not, oh, well, maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow coming, you have the same excuse. Make each moment count. Tomorrow's not promised, so do it now. It's not. And we function as though we have an unlimited supply of time. You don't. We have an unlimited supply of BS and we have an unlimited supply of excuses, but we don't have an unlimited supply of time. So examine your habits. Examine your habits. As you reclaim your agenda, safeguard your time. Remember, your time is all you have. The right now. Counselors like to say, baby, live in the moment. Live in the moment. Stop living in the past. Live in the moment because right now is all you have. Live in the moment. Safeguard your time. We don't safeguard our time. I have to catch myself. You know why? Because when I hear ding, if I'm not careful, I'll be picking my phone up, trying to see what was that Instagram, was it Snapchat, was it what? I'm trying to figure it out. Safeguard your time. You need to go ahead and put on your planner, okay, between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, that's my private devotion time. I need to go study the word. Why? Because all your answers are in it. That's why. Why? Because it is a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. That's what I read. So as we study and we read, we are able to pull on things that will be applicable to us in the right time. You know how sometimes you want to pull on the scripture that you need, but you can't, you haven't studied enough, so you can't even pull it out. You just go, what was that scripture about? About money being evil? Hell, it's not money being evil. It's not. Try working without it. It's the love of it. And so sometimes we, don't put ourselves in a position to be successful because we don't reclaim our agendas. We don't, examine our daily habits, and we don't safeguard our time. We're so busy and so scared. Thank you for joining on Periscope. Who is this? Hi, Hot Brownies. How are you? Thank you for joining. And so we don't take the time to examine what we're doing because it means that we have to change some things and we have to work on ourselves. But isn't that what we're supposed to be doing so that we can be the best version of ourselves? There's always room for improvement. I don't even like being around people who think they've arrived. I don't waste my time like that. Hey, Brandon, no, you think you know it all and you think you've arrived? I don't need to be around you. No, safeguard your time this week. Don't let people just come in and eat up your time. It's a lot that's going to happen today. In a few minutes, you're going to be at work and things are going to be happening. And it's going to be, especially if you're on your way to school this morning. I hope all you educators and all these people out here, I hope that today is a very successful day for you. It's going to be a lot of things that are going on, but safeguard your time. We can't allow people to waste our time. Don't let them waste it twice. Don't let them waste your time twice. Have you ever seen people come in and you go, oh, wow, I don't even need to talk to that person right now. I don't have that kind of time. Say no more often. Safeguard your time and say no more often. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm sorry, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Some of us are waiting on God to just perform all these miraculous things in our lives while we do nothing. And I say it often, he doesn't work like that. It's not a vending machine in the sky where you can put in a few coins because you're not paying tithes. Put in a few coins. No, that's just people who don't. You put coins in a machine and didn't expect for him to just rain out all these miracles and blessings in your life just because. Good morning, Ricky. No. Good morning, Risa. I see you at work now. I know. It's okay. It's gonna be a great day though. Go in and change the atmosphere, honey. Change up the atmosphere. Don't let them, send you any negative vibes. Thank you for the heart. But anyway, as you reclaim your agenda this week, you got to remember that, you know what, you're the only person who is in charge of you. I mean, there is a higher power, whatever you might want to call it. But as far as you moving from day to day and setting your agenda up and planning out your week and reclaiming lost time, can you reclaim lost time? No, once it's gone, it's gone. You got to live in a moment. But you're the only person who's responsible for that. So as you reclaim your agenda this week, don't forget, you have got to examine your habits. You've got to safeguard your time. And then whatever it is that you're doing, do it with joy and satisfaction. Otherwise, don't do it. Don't do it. If it's not done with joy and satisfaction, don't do it. I don't want you giving me nothing. And you don't really want to do it. Whatever it is that you do this week, do it with joy and satisfaction. Who says, oh, I just want a half-lived life. I just want an unfulfilled life. I just want a life that, isn't challenging, and I just need everything to just flow my way. And I just want, nobody says I want trials and tribulations, yet they come. Nobody signs up for that. Nobody is saying, oh, I'm looking for all the trials and tribulations. Have you seen them? Can you send them my way? Like a lost dog. See, if you lose that dog, you'll post signs up, use all of the ink in your Canon printer, have to go back and get some more because you done printed out so many flyers, and you'll post those up, and you're in hot pursuit of it. Why? Because it's something near and dear to you. But when it comes to your dreams, your hopes, your visions, we don't pursue it that way. Reclaim your agenda this week. Don't just, be meandering through life this week, wandering aimlessly around as though you have no hope. Oh, that was your Sunday school lesson? Oh, wow. Okay, well, honey, this is confirmation then, right? Yes. So as you move through this week and you reclaim your agenda, some people are going to have to hear the word no. Some people are going to have to hear the word no. See, Mark said to me, he said, well, Creed, I think we're going to have to turn it up a little bit. And we're going to have to meet a little more often. I know we've been meeting every week, but now I think we need to turn it up. And I was like, wow, I was thinking the same thing. It's great that we're on the same page. Yes, we do. Why? Because over here, we've reclaimed the agenda. And sometimes it's going to feel real lonely, but that's okay. You're not by yourself. As you reclaim your agenda, sometimes it's going to feel like, well, everybody's against me. Well, okay. And next. What else? Yes, no is a complete sentence. Good morning, Susan. Happy Reset Monday. Reclaim your agenda this week, Susan. Summer's over. It's time to get back in the grind. And this week, I don't want you to let anybody just suck up all your time. Reclaim your agenda. I want you to get in there and make a difference, So the topic for today, since you're just joining, is reclaiming your agenda. And so people, you have to remember that we cannot afford to take our lives and place it in somebody else's hands and think that they're going to do everything that we want them to do for us. It doesn't work that way. It's not going to happen that way. Reclaim your time, Brandon. That's it. I'm reclaiming mine, and make the use of it. Coach D says you have to find your tribe. Some of them old people need to go bye-bye. Yes, they do. And that's the truth. And what's sad is we'll hold on to these people. See, when you're the one always giving, and you're, not on the receiving end, you need to check that relationship out. You need to check that relationship out. Sometimes we just give and give and give, and we give because we say, well, she needs me or he needs me, and I just want to be a good friend, and I just really want what's best for her. Well, hell, what about what's best for you? What about who's looking out for you? Who's making sure you have what you need? Whenever we go to church, check it out. Think about this. Whenever you go to church, the pastor has an armor bearer, right? Sometimes the wife might. I've seen that before too. I've seen how everybody's taken care of. When you have a conference or a workshop, your presenter should have that same thing. Whenever you're out front and you're doing whatever it is that you do because you're doing it out of joy and love and satisfaction, because that's what you were called to do. Whenever you're doing those kind of things, who's looking out for you? But are you the one in the background that's always making sure, well, she needs water, she needs this, he needs that, I need to make sure he has this, I need to make sure he has that. Well, what about you? Here's another example. Growing up, we used to have the quote unquote good dishes. And the good dishes stayed at the top of the cabinet. And Muddy would say, oh, they're my good dishes. You eat off these, which were our everyday plates. So I said, well, Mama, when do we get to eat off the good plates? She said, when we have company. But Mama, we ain't had company all year, really. And you brought out the good plates. Well, that's for my company. And we're going to eat off them plates when we have company. Them my good plates. I said, well, you know what? Damn it, when I grow up, I'm going to have some good plates. And I'm going to eat off the good plates every day. I'm going to drive a car that's not just my Sunday car. I'm going to drive it every day. That's why I'm buying it. Why do I just want a Sunday car? It didn't make sense to me. Reclaim your agenda so that you're taking care of yourself this week. Those are my good plates. Hell, I'm company. Mark is company. We're company. So we're eating off the good plates, not just waiting on company to come here. When company come, I might pull out some paper plates depending on who it is. I'm just being real. I'm not washing all them dishes. You're not going to get to have me doing all that, eat up all my good food, and then you go home and leave me with all these dishes. No. Reclaim your agenda. And then reclaiming your agenda, you're going to have to say no. So what about putting you first? What about you being company? What about you being the ones to eat off the good plates and to drink out the good glasses? What about you? What about you? How dare you just go take care of everybody else and help everybody else accomplish their agenda, and your calendar is just empty? Good morning, Veronica. I missed a comment. Someone does you. Coach D says, I use everything all the time. It's just stuff. I'm more important than any company coming to my house. I'm most important. You doggone right you are. You are. You're a priority and not an option. You don't allow other people to treat you that way either. But that's what I'm saying. Now I have a car that I drive all the time. I drive it every day. Somebody told me one time, I'll never forget this lesson. Girl, y'all just bought that car. You know that needs to be a Sunday car. That needs to be a Sunday car because you're going to put all them miles on it. Okay. I heard that, and I used to think that that was how things needed to be until I went to trade my car in to get something else. And the man said, oh, you have 108,000 miles on the car. Man, that's not real good. What do you do? I said, I'm a realtor. He said, yeah, I'll be putting too many miles on them cars. I was like, oh, so I was supposed to have a Sunday car, which this would be considered a Sunday car. Just drive it on Sundays, and now you're saying it's too many miles. And then I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I do? Get in my car and drive wherever I want to go. When the wheels fall off it, I'm going to get another one. I'm going to drive it everywhere I want to go to. Why? Because it's not just a Sunday car. It's for whenever I want to go somewhere. That's what kind of car that is. I'm a priority. And this week, as I reclaim my agenda, you don't get to suck up all my time. I'm going to look at my own habits. I'm going to safeguard my time, most of all. Look at my own habits. And then whatever I do this week, it'll be with joy and satisfaction. Why? Why not? Why? That's what I do. So as you go throughout the week, I want you to remember that, you're important. You matter. All lives matter. All this Black lives matter, blue lives matter, brown lives matter. Hell, all lives matter. All lives matter. What about my life matters? It does. I don't wait on somebody else to have what I need. I don't wait on someone else to have. Hey, good morning, Minister Janice Thompson. How are you? I don't wait on somebody else to have what I need. I say all the time, we sit back and we pray and we ask God for all these things. And we say, Lord, if I just had more money. Lord, if I just had, and you know why he says no? Because you won't even pay tithes off the $20 you just got. That's $2. And you'll put $1 in church. You not even faithful over $20. Why would he give you 2,000, 2 million? Why? We have to learn to be faithful over little. So as you reclaim your agenda this week, just be faithful with the time you have today. 24 hours. You get 24 hours. I get 24 hours. He is a just God, right? I don't get 18 because he mad at me. I get 24 hours like you get 24 hours. But be a good steward over it. Be a good steward over what you have. So if you're a good steward over just a little, then he can trust you with a lot. All life matters. We're all human. This is true. This is true. Good morning, Takitha. We have to celebrate ourselves and support others, celebrate themselves. Yes, because here's the thing. People will celebrate themselves, but they're not going to celebrate you until other people start celebrating you. Why? Because they feel like, you know what, she's not that good anyway. He's not that good anyway. But when they see other people supporting you, then they'll come and support you. Well, guess what? I'm not waiting on any of that. I like my own damn pictures. I like my own pictures. I like my own stuff. I do my own. Yeah. I'm not waiting on that. You know why? Because I'm satisfied and happy with who I am. We are all striving to be better. We should be anyway, and striving to be the best version of ourselves. But this week, reclaim your agenda. Don't let other people come in and change it for you. You got to go to work and work in these, workplaces with people who aren't so pleasant sometimes. Make the most of it. You just be that ray of sunshine over in the corner somewhere until you're delivered from that. Yeah, you do it. Reclaim your agenda this week. You reclaim your agenda this week. Don't let other people dictate it to you. And you're just like, oh, well, okay, well, I'll figure out what I need to do for myself after I take care of them. No. Examine your habits this week. Good morning, Mr. Reginald. Examine your habits this week. Safeguard your time. What is that? And make sure that what you're doing is with joy and satisfaction. That's what we have to do this week. So I hope that, yesterday was a beautiful day for you. I hope that church tends to jumpstart the week. That's a good way to start if you went to church yesterday. I hope it was a great Sunday for you, but it's Reset Monday. And then, you know what? If it wasn't a good day for you, okay, then you get to start all over again today. You're up now. So you have to make the day count. Reclaim your agenda this week. Get out and make a difference in the life of somebody else. Everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's kids are not doing what they're supposed to do. Your life might not be the way you want it to be right now, but damn, change. You can change it. What can you do to make it different? What can you do to be better? We have to live like a more proactive life and show up and be present in our own life and not just be sitting on the sidelines watching stuff happen. I don't want to sit on the sidelines of my life anymore and let other people say, well, you know what, you'd be a really good teacher and this is what you need to be doing and you should just teach. And that way you're off in the summers and that way you'll have time with your children and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So you live that dream because it's somebody else's. I mean, it happens to be, I just use teacher because I've heard that before. I didn't set out to be a teacher. It just kind of happened to me. But we all are destined for greatness. And we all have the desire to have more, do more, be more. It's just that sometimes we allow things to get in the way of it. Okay? Some will, some won't. So what? For real. And can't nobody live your life but you. That's right, Joshua. Some will, some won't. So what? That's the truth. That does need to be put on a t-shirt. Coach D, send me your shirt size. So anyway, get out and make a difference in the life of somebody else. And remember, people are dealing with their own private battle. Smile, it goes a long way. You just don't know. You could be that very, person to talk somebody off the ledge. We don't know. Suicide rates up with kids, and not only kids, but just with people. And it's like people are feeling like they have no hope. But we walk around and we treat each other any old kind of way. We do. And it's time out for that. We can be, hashtag change. We can change the world. Coach D always says hashtag change the world. We can. We have the power to do so. But we've got to stop thinking that, I'm just out for me and nobody else. It's just all about me and my family and nobody else. No, it's not. And when we band together and we pull together, we will be able to hashtag change the world. We will, but not until then. So get out, make a difference in the life of somebody else. Good morning, Miss Tanya. I want everybody to remember that I want to see you at the top. The bottom is too crowded. It's steep with mediocrity. People are okay with being there. That is not your place. That is not your place. That is not your place. We belong at the top. Success always leaves clues. I heard you, Coach D, this morning talking about how you like to sit at the feet and learn from other people. I love doing that because I get to learn something new. I get to learn something from somebody else. And a lot of times we don't want to do that because it does require you to, you know, miss some TV time, miss some radio time. It does. But we're all lifelong learners, I hope. So we make this world a great place. It's a great time to be alive. It's just all in how you look at it. So I want to see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. I want you to make it a fantastic reset Monday. I do have some things coming up, some community events that we're working on now. We will be feeding the homeless at Thanksgiving. I have something planned for Christmas, and it is time for us to come together so that we can continue to make a difference. So Cree inspired me to do. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Cree inspired me to do what you see me do. We making it happen. Yeah, your music sounds real good. I like that. Your music is like on point. I really like that. And so y'all, Coach D is so wonderful. When I went to Florida, and I'm gonna end the live with this, I said, "Oh, Coach D, I thought you were taller than that." And she said, "No." And I sat there and I watched how Noah and the other people in the Bel Air coffee shop were so, you know how you walk into a room and you change the atmosphere? It was like those people were so glad that she was there. So when I walked in, the first thing he said to me was, "How are you waiting for Margaret?" And I said, "Yeah." It was like he knew. And with meeting Coach D, I was able to see how, you know, I'm not the only person that wants to do something in the community. You might want to do something in the community and don't know how. But it was like being able to sit there and meet her was like this dream come true because we met on Facebook and we just said, she says, "Okay, hey, I want you to come and walk the beach with me," months ago. And I simply said, "Oh, okay, I'll come. I'll come." Then I thought, dang, what did I just do? What did I agree to? Then the Empowerment Summit. I was like, dang, I just said yes. So I told Mark about it. "Good morning, Ms. Lolo." So we ended up there. And I'm still on a rush from it. Why? Because great minds think alike. And when people have a true desire to give back and to do and to help and to make change and to just be the best that they can be, those minds think alike. So people are on the same path. Now, look at us. It's like Coach D is doing her thing there. We're over here working to change the world too, but we all have to band together. No man is an island. We went everywhere. She took us everywhere. We pulled up in front of one place and this lady was like, "Ah!" I thought she was going to have a panic attack because she saw. We pulled up to another door and this lady was working and she did the same thing. Why? Because you make a difference. And when you make a difference in the life of somebody else and they see you coming, they're like, "Oh my God, the atmosphere has just changed." All I needed was a little more time and we'd have been all over. We'd have been all over that place. Craig says, "I see the tribe coming together, making a difference." I do too. And there is no I in team. Craig, I do too. I believe that. And it's going to be global. It's going to be global in nature and not just, you know, set for one specific area and change for one group of people. So I'm so grateful to have been able to go and to sit at the feet of others and learn from them. It's a part of growth. It's a sacrifice. You just got to do it. We sacrifice for everything else. We do. So Coach D, hats off to you. Keep doing what you do. Keep making a difference over there in your neck of the woods. And I'm going to keep encouraging people here to make a difference too. We can crush it together. It's a done deal, Craig. It's already done. It's already done. People donate. That's your way of giving back. That's your way of making a difference too. So you physically don't have to be there. But if you know that you want to be a part of the Empowerment Summit and you can't go, you can give a donation. Stuff not free. No, ain't no free tickets and no nothing to stream live. Get off your ass, save $16, save $26, save whatever the ticket cost is because it's going to be worth it. Save your money now. February 23rd, 2019. Nothing's free. Stop looking for a handout. That was a whole nother episode, but anyway. I wish you well. So I gotta go. Have things to do today. Liberia, October 2018. Wow. Ms. Lolo, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if y'all aren't following Coach D, follow her. She gets up super early, way before me. And she's just so bubbly and so cheery all the time. And she's just always smiling. And so those are the kind of people that we need in our lives. That's what we need to make the world go round. I see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. All right. I want you to make it a magnificent reset Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.